Hi, I'm Matt Collins. I'd like to welcome you to Bob Weber Auto Mart on Douglas Avenue here in Racine, across from Douglas Park. We specialize in 1-year-old, low mileage, almost new cars. And if you'd like to stop by and see them, or see them on our website, bobweberautomart.com, we could save you between $5,000 and $10,000 on your next almost new car purchase.
This is called Dragon Roll. You know, it got avocado on the top. There's an eel in the inside. Delicious.
I'm Michael Burke, and this is Money Talks. Hi, today we're at Uptown China, the brand new restaurant in Uptown with Yudong Zheng, one of the owners, son of the owners, I guess you would say. What are your parents' names? You just mentioned them.
Yudong Zheng and Meili.
And we are at 1530 Washington Avenue, which actually it's an interesting location, which we'll talk about in a minute. But your family has just opened Uptown China, a dine-in, carry-out,
And delivery.
And delivery restaurant, yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, now we are going to see the food, and it's amazing. It's incredible, the array of food that they've set out. Yudong, you're going to show us and you're going to tell us what these beautiful dishes are one at a time. So we'll start with any one of them that you like.
All right. That's basically the top choice of, mostly the customer come in. This is called General Chow Chicken. It tastes crunchy and with a little bit of spicy flavor added into it, Swedish. So it tastes pretty good.
Okay.
And then this one is called Seafood Delight. It got, like you can see, there's a shrimp, jumbo shrimp, lobster, crab meat, and search.
And beautiful artistry in the presentation. Thank you. Your family also has a small Chinese restaurant called Ronghua, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But I wanted to tell a little bit about the history of this building, because 1530 Washington Avenue is one side of a very large building in Uptown, and it was, I don't know how much you know about the history of the artist relocation program, but former Mayor Gary Becker was big on trying to revive Uptown by having the city acquire certain buildings, offer them really cheaply to artists, and try to draw artists in. It was only mildly successful, and our present mayor, John Dickert, has kind of abandoned it. But this was the first building the city bought, and it's big. It's 3 floors, 5,100 square feet, and just for the history buffs in the crowd, it was once a thing called Mader Dry Goods. I don't know if you knew that. That was way back in olden times. Yeah. So let's talk about your family a little bit. Your family is from China. When did your family come to the U.S. and how old were you?
I was there, I think it was earlier, when I just started high school over here. No, middle school.
Okay.
Middle school, I moved in, so it's about 14, 15 years old, since I first come to the United States.
Yeah. And your family, you were telling me earlier that your family first landed in New York City, right? How long did they stay there? Was it really brief, or?
They've been there for a while. When you just come to a certain country, first of all, you gotta get to know the family. We're there. Most of our family is down by New York. Those are where our family basically location is. This is kind of mixed dish. This one we got sushi shrimp, and this one is egg. That one is the salmon, eel, and tuna. And this is called the rainbow roll.
Okay. And then again, a very artistic one.
Those are the most popularly, down south when they sell it. They're called shrimp tempura roll. Basically, there's a special ingredient in there. I don't even know what is that, how to make it. Only our sushi chef need to know how to.
Beautiful. So how the heck did you end up in Racine then, from New York City?
Well, it's kind of one of them. My uncle, he got a store opened up, at Indiana area, and then we just come, we go there, we just drive around. Once we figure out, Wisconsin, Racine is a decent spot. Back a couple of years ago, it was okay. So we just come through, and then we opened up a store there. It worked pretty well.
Yeah. So your first one was New Buffet, and that was in the, I don't remember the name of the shopping center, but it's the one that includes the Kmart on the south side and the Home Depot. You were sort of tucked back in that.
Right next to the Home Depot, yep.
Yeah. How long did your family have New Buffet?
I think it's pretty long time. 8 years at least.
Oh, it was?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
It's for a while.
Yeah.
Because the lease is 10 years. So.
Okay. And it lasted about until the last recession started, right? And that was the thing that kind of made it. Yeah, sank it. Yeah. And then along the lines, your family opened your present restaurant, the really small one, the one before this one, Ronghua. What's the exact address? Do you know?
It's 2124 16th Street.
Yeah, it's right at that intersection of 16th and Taylor Avenue. I'm actually kind of surprised you've been able to make that one work because it's a really difficult location. It's a busy intersection. You have maybe one parking space out front. I don't even know if that's a full-time parking space.
Part-time. Part-time.
And then a little tiny parking lot. But the parking lot is so small that if you pull in, you kind of have to back out onto 16th Street. So why do you think your family's been able to make a go of it then?
Well, at beginning, at that restaurant, right now we mainly focus on delivery. Because, at the beginning when we just opened it up, it was just for dine in and carry out, which is no good. Obviously, if you only do that with that little limited parking space, you got to think in the other way to making profit out of it. So the only way to make that happen is make outside delivery. Okay. Which that's pretty successful on that.
Do you have one delivery vehicle or what?
Well, we have one. We hire two part-time. Part-timer to do the delivery.
How far out do they tend to deliver from there? A mile? 2 miles?
We go up pretty far. So far, through my notice, we went to Kenosha.
Really?
Yeah, Franksville.
Wow.
And, if you want to make a business, you can't just limit to the area there where you're going to be in. You got to go wide.
Yeah. This building is your family's going to be opening a second business in it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Why did your family want this location?
Well,
knowing Uptown is not exactly a thriving district.
That's how it is. That's what we figure as, when you open up a restaurant in a certain area, that's going to attract people attention, especially with this location. It's like first building before you go into the Uptown area, and then right after Uptown is the downtown. So we figure, people that like boating for down the lake, at summertime, that's a street they have to pass on.
Yeah, it has got huge visibility.
Pepper steak with the onions.
And these are some of your most popular ones, you were saying, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are the popular one too. This is called Four Season. You got chicken, pork, I think shrimp, and then there's a beef. With all type of vegetable in there. And this is called hot and spicy beef. There's scallions, hot peppers, and the sweet peppers.
Okay. And look at this incredibly colorful one here.
This is called sweet sour chicken. Usually our sauce is on the side instead of mixing in, but
why did your family want such a large building?
Well, it's kind of, number one, this building was on sale, with the 2 storefront. And then, in the future, we're going to open up the cabinet store.
Yeah, you got a great price on a huge building. 5,100 square feet and 3 floors. And I looked it up, by the way. I checked with the city. You guys paid $111,000. So That's not a bad price, although I'm sure you've
We've
put a
done a
lot
lot.
of money into this building.
Oh, we do a lot of work by ourselves. That's why,
Oh, yeah?
to cut down.
Yeah, you've got these really beautiful, shiny marble floors, and they've done a really, really nice rehab. So you like the visibility, and let's get back to, you have 2 storefronts. Let's talk a little bit about what's going to be on the other side at 1526 Washington Avenue.
Okay, that's 1526. It's gonna be a
Showroom?
showroom. Like right now, they are working on it. You know, from our warehouse down by Chicago, to put up, you know, some cabinet sample to be installed in.
So you have a warehouse, and you deal in cabinetry and
Wholesale. Down there was a wholesale,
Uh-huh.
but we're gonna have a branch up here doing like regular, you know.
So this will be a place where you look at kitchen build-out options, and you
Then
order.
and then we ship it straight from down, you know, Chicago.
And how will you take care of installations if somebody buys something?
Well, mainly we try not to focus on installation. You know, we gotta obviously let the local. I mean, if that's possible, let the local, you know, do the installation. What we try just focus on selling the cabinet.
But if somebody buys cabinets and they're not planning on installing them themselves, are they on their own, or are you guys going to work with local contractors?
Yes, that's what we're planning on in the future. Work on a local contractor too.
Okay, so you'll have contractors that you're already working with. Somebody says, I want those cabinets, and you say, oh, we can have them installed for you. And
Yep.
they don't have to think about it. And what's the name of that business, by the way?
J&K Cabinet Shop.
When is that coming, roughly?
Figure, because right now we need a, you know, since we're just opening up this Uptown China, so we need a little time break before we move on to the next one. You know,
Although it looks pretty ready over there.
it needs some cabinet to be put in.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And a
except for that,
granite,
but you've got the walls and floors and all
Yep.
of those things are all ready to go.
Let's work on.
Yeah. Now, finally, let's get to really talking about the food and Uptown China. Why don't you mention some of the things that you have added to what you were doing at your other place? How different is the menu?
Based on our original menu, we add a new thing such as, you know, the sushi buffet. Not sushi buffet. The sushi ordering.
So you added a sushi chef.
Yep.
Right.
We had a sushi chef, and then he's one of my cousin. He got like a lot of experience, you know, from because he work on one of them. There's I think the sushi store down by California. It's pretty good at the sushi.
That's a real art in itself, isn't it?
What's that?
I say that there's a real art to doing sushi, isn't there?
Like he could draw dishes really good, like drawing like butterfly or something.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
So okay, so you brought in a sushi chef, and what else?
there's a sushi chef, and
We added beer and wine, correct?
yeah, we had a beer and wine license. So you know, we have some importer wine like, you know, sakis and all kind of the new drink.
I don't know how many items are on your menu, but it's an enormous
There's
number
a
of
lot.
things.
That's
Yeah,
why every
it's-
time, you know, when we have people come in, we gotta spend a little time on the computer to find out which one is which.
What do you mean? So
Like menu is too big, you know, too
Oh.
many categories. Sometimes, you
Uh-huh.
know, when customer want this, it'll take a while to find it.
Oh.
But
and by the way, the menu's online too. Why don't you
Yep.
mention the website?
it's www.uptownchinaresine.com.
Yeah, so somebody can go there right now
Yeah,
and
you
figure
know,
out.
if people they need some menu, like our old location, people always call in and say where they can get our menu as a, and then this one, so we prep, you know, prepare ready. So if people they have any question, they could just
Yeah, and there are literally hundreds of choices on that menu.
more than 100.
Is there anything your family is particularly proud of on the menu, or what do you pride yourself in? Is it just, you know, is it quick service? Is it certain dishes? Certain
We, you know, for like all those menu board on top of our, what's that called?
above the place where you order?
Yeah, above the plug. Those are the top choice. Top choice, you know, throughout for our the other restaurant location, those are most
The most
popular
popular.
item.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we put it on a picture, frame it, leave on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then sushi, that one we leave on it because those are most popular sushi. Those are,
Mm-hmm.
you know, needed. So
Yeah. Well, I guess people can just check it out themselves. But how you've been open now 2 weeks, I think, or something like that.
somewhere around there. 2
Yeah.
weeks. A
Are
week and a half,
you
maybe.
are people starting to find you yet, or is
Well,
has
it's
been-
okay. By being with the visibility and stuff, there still be a little problem. But the other day we have Elderman come stop by, you know, around our building to check it out. I explained it to him with the parking and stuff. They said they will, you know, look in deeper to it.
Because you've got a huge amount of parking back behind the building.
But it seemed like
But
not
you
a
have
lot
to,
of
but
people
you have to
know
walk
to
up and
walk
around the building,
Yep.
unless you, of course, can find a space on Washington Avenue. Well, Yudong Zheng, good luck with the business, and you'll have to let me know when you open the cabinetry showroom too, because
All right.
that's going to be a future story for the Journal Times.
For
So, thanks a lot for watching Money Talks. Thanks to our producer Scott Anderson. You've been watching at Uptown China, 1530 Washington Avenue. Check it out.
All right.
Good stuff.
Hey, Mark, and you want to taste anything?
Sure. I'd love to taste something. What do you recommend? Do you have a recommendation?
You like spicy stuff?
I do like a little bit spicy.
All right, then try General Tao chicken.
All right, we'll go for the General Tao chicken. I won't be able to talk after I get this in my mouth, so I'll be chewing, but. Very nice. Thanks a lot, and I just hope people come down and check this out for themselves, because incredible food. Thanks a lot.